All right, guys, we got 4th Gen 4Runner, 2004, and we're gonna be taking this old piece of junk off, putting on this new Lil B's bumper. We just got it coated. We're gonna go ahead and throw it on there today. All right, so for this bumper, we've got the high bull bar, the highest option you could go for, and then we included no body lift on the bumper just because it's a stock height 4Runner. So we'll go ahead and throw it on there. All right, so I already took this mud guard off. I just cut them off right about here, cut off up to here and then over there. I just don't see a use for it. Probably gonna have to mess around with this right here, but there were a few screws up around this fender well that you got to take out. You got a hidden one right here. If you come up here, you got a tab here, a tab here, and a tab here that you're just gonna have to pull out. They're kind of those little annoying plastic tabs that you got to get out. All right, so getting up under the car, you've got a few pesky bolts down here you got to get to. Unscrew all of those here, here, and right here, which that one's missing, but pull those out. We'll go ahead and get that done real quick. Also, don't forget to unplug the fog lights and the turn signals. So since these turn signals are on the actual bumper itself, I've got some replacement turn signals that replace this piece right here. That way we can keep our front turn signals and also install this new bumper. So we'll go ahead and get that done. All right, so once you've got your lights unplugged, you've got all those screws pulled out and those bolts pulled out. Fairly easy. I've already got all these tabs undone up over the top, but they just kind of fall right off. All right, so to take this crash bar off, you've got 3 bolts here and 1 right here. Same on the other side. It's a little hard to get in here. What I'm gonna do to make it as easy as I can, so I'm gonna get in here, and there's 2 bolts or 2 nuts right here that you want to take off, and then 2 on the exact opposite side. And you can pull the front of this off and then just pull these pieces off when you're done with that. So for these plastic pieces, we just got these 2 screws. You just take them off. You don't need these anymore. And then what we're gonna do is, they're kind of in there, you just want to get up under the plastic and just kind of pop them off. Should come out like that. All right, so we already test fitted this bumper before we got our lining on. So what we're gonna do is, all of these studs are gonna have to come out. So we're just gonna hammer them out, but we don't wanna bend these pieces right here. So we're gonna put this bumper on first, clamp it down. That way it doesn't bend these, and we'll go ahead and hammer all those out now. So we're gonna get this C-clamp in on here and keep it out of the way of where we're gonna be hammering. So instead of using these C-clamps, we're just gonna take 2 of these nuts and thread them on here. Just regular tight. we're gonna hammer one off one at a time just to make sure we don't bend this bracket back here. Well, yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this bolt out real quick. And also, if y'all want to, in the meantime, this right here is a hole that we're gonna be utilizing. Take some WD-40 or PB Blaster or whatnot and go ahead and knock some of that 20 years of dust out of there. We can go ahead and do that because we're gonna be putting a bolt in there. And this one right here, we've got all new bolts for that as well. And then we're gonna be going ahead and putting on some of those brackets. I'll show y'all how to do that. All right, so a little bit of time has passed. I've been running this bumper for about a week now. We had to do a little bit of cutting because we ran out of daylight, as well as we were running into some fitment problems because of the coating that I got on the bumper. So we've got this spacer right here, and it was creating problems for the bracket that goes on the front. So I think what we're gonna do is flip these studs around so that they go this way. And we're gonna take this spacer out, which really this is just for more stability, but you know, it acts as a spacer as well, and see if we can make enough room for my front bracket to fit into that hole right there. All right, so I took this spacer out and installed the brackets, but we're really running into some problems. So I've got this one and this one tight in the top and bottom. But what we're facing here is they're supposed to go this bolt into that hole, and it doesn't line up. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do is run without the brackets and see if we can get them either another set of custom brackets made or cut these, drill them in a way that we can get them to fit. But I'll wait till the time comes that I actually need a winch or something that, you know, needs this extra support. For now, I'll be fine just running these studs in it. We're going with this middle spacer right here because that's pretty much all we can run. And we're gonna bolt everything on and we'll cut to some rollers. Thanks for checking out the video. I've got plenty of more 4Runner content to come. I'm excited to have this rig and be able to work on it. We've got some diode dynamic pod lights that we're going to be putting in next week, so I'll see you guys in that one.